Hi, Greg. My name's David
Are there
Young.
no chicks in this audience that want to ask questions? All right, what's your name, David?
David Young, yeah.
Hi, David.
Tell me, what's the story behind Into the Night and Frehley's Comet? How did you end up in that?
Why, thank you for asking, David. This is going to require a little bit of explanation, so I'm afraid the show's going to go 2 hours over. There was a group called KISS, you may remember, from the 70s. Strangely, they're still roaming the Earth. Evidently, another comet is going to have to strike the Earth to quell these mighty dinosaur ceaseless perambulations. KISS was a group from the early 70s. They were what we called glam in the United States, which is to say they weren't glam at all. We know what glam is because it's one of my favorite genres of music. Glam is Mark Bolan with a top hat on. Glam is David Bowie with a star around his eye. Glam is, dare I say it, Gary Glitter. Because despite what Gary Glitter did do and did done and all the horror of it, the fucking go and watch one of those old Gary Glitter videos where his gut's hanging out and he's going, come on, come on. It's awesome. So glam rock was that. In the States, KISS wore different multicolored outfits and like they had giant platform boots and they spat fire out of there and they went up on grain elevators. I think I've told the story. Did I? When I saw them the night Elvis died in 1977, just insanely drunk. Not them, me. I was like 17 years old, and KISS came out, and at the end they went, we want to dedicate... They didn't speak, they only screamed, we want to dedicate this song to the king of rock and roll! And then they did Jailhouse Rock. And you're like, why are you doing Jailhouse Rock? You have a top knot, and you're wearing giant platform shoes. This isn't rootsy in any way. In any case, Ace Frehley was the guitar player, and he was the spaceman. He had a silver star around his eye. They made a video called Into the Night with a group called Ace Frehley's Rocket. I am in that video. And I play I've got an Elvis Presley rug and a fez and a cigarette, and I'm trying to sell it to them as they walk down the street. A friend of mine named David Ratha was making the picture. He made a picture, and he made this video, and he called me, and they had an open casting call at 3 in the morning in a vacant lot in San Francisco. Every punk, meth addict, heroin addict, and fucking errant rock fucking douchebag in the world showed up for this thing, and 2 poor put-upon PAs had to go like, all right, everybody, we don't need all 5 million of you, and people were like, fuck you, and throwing beer bottles and shit. It was a fucking riot, right? Like, so I went back and hid in the makeup trailer with the makeup girls. Ace Frehley came in. He wasn't wearing makeup. They wore makeup and KISS. There was a reason why they wore makeup and KISS, because Ace is unspeakable. So Ace's face was just amazingly pocky. So he comes in, and he spoke in a hardcore New York accent, right? He comes in and he wants to do his hair, but he can't articulate because he's Ace Frehley, the spaceman from KISS, and he went, Brash! Brush! And we looked at each other, and I think he's saying brush. And he went, Brush! That's how he fucking talked. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, he was like a Muppet. He went, Brush! So the makeup lady got up and fucking quick ratted up his hair and shit like that. Let me just recite some of the lyrics from that fine song for you that I was in. Oh, how they do what they do just to get through into the night. Yeah. So there was a prostitute lying on the sidewalk, and when Ace Frehley and his band walked by, she turned into a pretty lady. And there was a homeless guy, and when they walked by, he was in a tux. And when they walked by me, they just shined me on. That, I think, might be the... Do we have one more question, Lou? I know. There's another show that has to come in here afterward. It's an all-white version of The Wiz called Rainbow.